Today in this video, I want to show you my top 3 stocks, or my intended top 3 stocks that I want to share in the month of middle of November 2020 and what I expect to 2021. So stick with me on this video, which I'm going to share my personal portfolio. Hi, welcome back to Family Investment. My name is Alex Ko. Today I want to show you my top 3 holdings of my portfolio and my expectation for next year and for the next 5 years. So before you watch this video, make sure you watch this video up here, my rule of 75, because that will be a key video that you have to watch before watching this one, or else you just be so confused. So I'm sure I'll leave a link in the description below. But let me build the story up for you. So as you can see, 2020 is the year of COVID-19, and it disrupted my plan, it disrupted my rail tracks, and I have to retune. So before COVID, my top 3 stocks are as follows: Nvidia, Apple, and Facebook. I've committed to them for 3 years, 4 years. I've been buying on the dip, I've been focusing and concentrating. Fortunately, the fear played on me during COVID-19. The news was so bad that I had to let them go. I was so fearful to a point that I might lose my job, mortgage to pay. I might eventually, who knows, if anything happens to me with COVID-19, I needed the cash for my family. I had to think of external factors. Fear played on me and I let it go. This is November, but let me explain to you what happened in October 2020. The top 3 stocks have changed. I started buying stocks again. I started coming back into the cash that I held. Buying on momentum, buying on confidence growing, understanding the company, survival rate of these companies. So in October, my top 3 stocks were Pinterest, Unilever, Total, and Shell, or oil companies. Remember, Pinterest grew from nowhere. I invested in Pinterest. I bought 1,000 Pinterest shares when it was cheap. And the next thing is Pinterest went up 3 times. And the amount of money I invested when I was buying on the dip just grew 3 times. Now Pinterest is sitting about 24% back in October, which was so impressive. There was no intended plan for Pinterest to be the biggest, but it grew that way because of the rule of 75, and it works. In the last 2, unfortunately, Unilever and Shell and Total dropped 10%. But do you know Unilever were up at 20% one point? And what made it worse? The oil company, which I hold a huge concentration of about 25% back then as well, and it dropped to 10% because of the oil decline. And also up to a point of October, I was flipping stock, I was swing trading, I was buying a hyper growth stock. I owned about 20 stocks. I wanted to make my gain back. I was almost day trader, week trader, to make my gains back. I was swing trading, it worked. I got my money back, the losses I made, and by the time October, I was already up. So what I've owned, loads of changes in October. I told myself, I've left the video saying that I had to change. No more dividends, no more trying to focus on dividends. I will be a growth investor. I've made up my mind, I've changed. And the last month, I did a bit of configuration of my portfolio. And today, as it stands, Pinterest still number 1, Nvidia and AMD, combined semiconductor stocks about 12%, and Fiverr up about 7%. So Pinterest, I've not really touched it, and it's still growing. It's grown from 4% up to 25%. It is still growing in my portfolio. It's something that 1,000 pen shares I'm not touching. It's growing. I've sold Unilever. I bought more Nvidia. Coming back to Nvidia, coming back to AMD. After the earnings, Q2, Q3 earnings, great. Started buying them, buying momentum. I see them growing bigger, 3 times, 5 times in the next 10 years. I see trillion-dollar companies in this. There's 2 companies, either one of them will be a trillion-dollar company pretty soon, at least in this decade alone. And then Fiverr, I've been swinging, I've been trading, I've made mistakes. I should have owned them for outright and not touched them, but I've been swinging. But then I started buying them on the dips, and they started growing, and they're up 7% of my portfolio. But then again, my portfolio overall has grown bigger. It's almost 88%, 86% up. It's growing, so it's chasing up. So 7% holding is pretty generous, pretty good. And this time, I own about 12 stocks. I started trimming, started taking profits, started going concentration, and I started getting back to my plan of the 75% for 3 key stocks. My top targeted 3 stocks that I'm still configuring to, which I'm still changing in the next course of end of the year in January. The first one that I will reveal is Nvidia and AMD. I'm absolutely so bullish about Nvidia and AMD that I think they'll be 3x to 7x by 2020. And the second one that I want to get in, and which you all must be surprised if you are a follower that is still not up there, is Tesla. I've been buying Tesla, but my portfolio is so getting bigger, it's quite hard to catch up on yield. So I am committed to push Tesla from the current 6% all the way up to 25%. I'll keep buying Tesla on the dip. Keep buying them. Keep buying them. If I run out of cash, I'm going to start trading my oil stocks for Tesla. I'm going to start trading other stocks like Microsoft for Tesla. I'm focusing to commit myself to Tesla at 25%. That's how committed I need to be on Tesla. The story is only the beginning for Tesla. And finally, my freelance economy is Fiverr. I want to push it to 20%. I still strongly believe that work from home, people flexible working, and international company working is freelance economy will be strong. I perhaps might be the only or very few person in the world that sees this, besides Fiverr's CEO. And finally, I want to trim down to 8 to 10 stocks. The other stocks that I'm still holding are the likes of Apple, Plug, I1 for hydrogen, which I think will still grow, Palantir, Squaresoft and PayPal, Microsoft, and also eventually some cryptocurrency called Bitcoin. So I hope you've enjoyed that. I hope that you have finally got the answers for all you loyal viewers that have always been asking what are my top 3 stocks. So as you can see, the top 3 current stocks now and the top 3 stocks I intend to grow are still not a lineup. I'm still trying to tweak and change and move towards a direction. That's my investment plan, that's my strategy, that's my focus. So I hope this has inspired you guys. Thank you very much for staying with me, sticking with me. I hope you enjoy it. Leave a comment below if you agree or disagree. And I also want to hear your top 3 stocks that you want to intend to go and share everybody else if you feel comfortable. Please do like, subscribe, and hope to see you in future. Take care.
Alright, before I say goodbye, please do like and subscribe on my YouTube channel, follow me on Facebook, and if you want, support me on Patreon as well, so I can produce content like this every single day for you guys, to give you guys value. So please do share, share this video to help us grow our YouTube channel, yeah? Yeah. Alright guys, 3, 2, 1, bye bye.